Hi, I'm Lee and I'm the coach of the Zeiss Medic Tech team. First, I'd like to welcome our customers, Christopher and Shilu. Unfortunately, Kai couldn't make it to the design review today. Together with Lara, we are guiding this project semester, and we are both really excited to show you what Etienne, Nikolai, Julia, Corby, Pascal, and Flo have created so far. So lean back and enjoy.
All right, thank you, Lee. Today I want to show to you our project, which is all about brain surgery. In a brain tumor removal surgery, it is extremely important to remove as little tissue as possible, because removing too much can have a severe impact on the patient. To do so, a pathologist has to constantly evaluate whether the tissue is cancerous or not. In the traditional procedure during a brain surgery, the surgeon removes small tissue probes from the brain and sends these to a pathologist. The pathologist then prepares the tissue, takes a look at it under a microscope, and sends his evaluation back to the surgeon. As you can guess, this process can take a quite long time, but now thanks to Zeiss there's a better way. The Zeiss Convivo allows to take microscopic pictures of the brain tissue without having to remove it. These pictures can then be directly sent to a pathologist via the internet, therefore allowing a way faster diagnosis. But there is also one problem with these new pictures, as they look quite different compared to the tissue under a microscope. We want to solve this problem with our application. We want to train pathologists to understand, interpret and use the Convivo images. Our application will provide a lesson-based learning platform for pathologists. Pathologists can also earn an official certificate from Zeiss, which certifies that they know how to use and read the Convivo images. High-resolution image support is important as well to allow a detailed inspection of the images with full-screen zoom. The app should also be extensible for content updates later on to add new questions and lessons, and be fully functional without an internet connection, because internet access can be quite bad in hospitals. Now Julia is going to show you how we want to achieve this.
First, we're going to take a look at the core of our app. Our user, the pathologist, can view and complete questions. He can do this in multiple ways. The first option is by taking a lesson which contains of a tutorial and multiple questions. A tutorial explains essential information to the user at the beginning of every lesson. Another way of accessing questions is through the catalog. Here, questions are displayed randomly so the user can practice. He can also filter questions, so only questions of a specific topic or difficulty are displayed. Lastly, the pathologist can take a test. After successfully completing it, he is awarded an official certificate by Zeiss. Now let's focus a little bit more on the structure of our system. As you can see here, the tutorial becomes part of the lesson component. We have introduced a user interface subsystem which portrays data of the certification, lesson and practice system to the user. It also verifies the user's input through the answer controller. The certification, lesson and practice system are our three main learning systems. The pathologist himself is part of the authentication system, which allows him to authenticate to the certification system. Whereas the question repository provides data to the certification, lesson and practice system, so new questions can be uploaded. So after this extensive look at our system design, let's take a look at the trailer and see how the Convivo and our app change brain surgery.
You must be the pizza delivery guy, right?
Wait, what? No, I'm supposed to deliver the brain tissue from the surgery.
Oh, I see. Well, thanks to the new Convivo technology, the brain scans were sent directly to me over the internet, and I was able to diagnose them like half an hour ago.
Well, but I heard it's so hard to make diagnosis based on Convivo images since they're black and white and not taking a steady environment.
Yeah, well, that is true, but thanks to Zeiss' new brain game app, learning how to diagnose Convivo images has become a lot easier.
Well, can you show that to me?
Sure. So, wait. All right. So, when you first open the app, you see the lessons area, where you can access all the lessons, sorted by difficulty. And at the top, you can see my progress status. So I've currently completed about a third of all the lessons. All right, so I'm currently on lesson 6. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Okay, so a lesson is split up into a tutorial where you can learn about the core concepts necessary to do this lesson, and a few questions where I can test myself on the knowledge I've just learned, and also test myself on the knowledge I've just learned, right? So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press on the tutorial. And as you can see, this tutorial or this lesson is about distinguishing between benign, so not harmful cancers, and malignant, so dangerous cancers, right? But since I've already read the tutorial this morning, I'm going to jump straight into the first question. All right, so this question type, in this question type, I'm supposed to find the Convivo image at the bottom that matches the traditional image at the top, right?
How can you see anything? Those images are displayed so small.
Right, so you can simply, if you want a more detailed view of the image, you can simply click on the image, zoom into a specific area you want to inspect, and then even compare this exact image with the equivalent area in the traditional image, and which makes it really easy to learn about the differences between a Convivo image and a traditional image, right?
Wow, that's pretty cool. I have no idea what is shown in those images.
Right, so...
What is that?
Okay, so I feel like this is the correct answer. So I'm going to go ahead and press on check. I was correct. Look at that.
Well, and what am I supposed to do now?
Well, is there anything you've really wanted to do your whole life?
Well, actually, if I think about it, I really always wanted to develop a Swift app.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Well, that's great. But a wise man once told me, change is the only constant. So I think you're good to go.
All right. So now let's take a look at what we have achieved so far. As you just saw, we have already implemented the lesson area and progress tracking mechanism. Later on, we will also add a bookmarking feature for questions and tutorials. In the practice area, the user can already practice with randomized questions, but cannot yet filter the displayed questions. The final test is unlocked after completing all lessons, but the login service for authenticating legible pathologists is not implemented yet. In the next sprints, we're also going to add a database for uploading new questions and lessons. Lastly, I want to thank our customers Kai, Christopher, and Shital for the great work and communication. It has really been fun so far, and we're looking forward to the rest of the semester. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you very much, team. Very impressive. Very good demonstration of your capabilities. So we are really proud on you, what you have achieved in this really short period of time. And think about the complexity of this topic. So it's really impressive. You must know only 0.4% of all doctors in Germany are neuropathologists. So it's quite difficult to get the right ones to get to the requirements. Thank you very much. I've got one question. So, as you said, we envision also to give certificates about your app, with the help of your app. So, can you envision, because it's quite important to secure this, that not everybody gets the certificate, which enables then to have the images available. Can you envision how to secure this, how to ensure that the right student gets this?
Yeah, so we plan on using the already existing Zeiss ID service, which Zeiss is going to provide, and we're going to connect it with our app. And of course, only eligible pathologists can register on this Zeiss ID service, and so they also have. We are going to use this Zeiss ID in our app, and so only real pathologists are going to be able to see these images and use the app.
That sounds very reasonable. Thanks.